House Ways and Means Committee Chairman, Congressman Jason Smith, who is also investigating. Mr. Chairman, thanks very much for being here this weekend.
It's great to be with you, Maria.
So what do you say to Jamie Raskin, who says this is embarrassing for the Republicans? Joe Biden has nothing to do with any of this.
I would say he needs to look at the facts because the truth hurts. The fact that they are trying to cover up for Hunter Biden and the Biden family business influence peddling scheme is absolutely unacceptable. We have the two IRS whistleblowers that came before my committee, plus we have the bank records coming from Jamie Comer's committee that both highlight more than $17 million of money that's been paid to the Biden family. And it's all because of, quote, the brand, according to Devin Archer. And the brand is Joe Biden. What's scary is the money that we're looking at is the money while he was vice president or former vice president. Imagine the money that the Biden family brand is making while he's president of the United States. We have a lot of questions that need to be answered. We've asked members of the Justice Department, the IRS, the Secret Service, but guess what? The Biden administration continues to stonewall us. We need to get to the bottom of this.
Well, this is just extraordinary. And even more extraordinary is the Democrats' response. You would think that this is an issue that both sides of the aisle could agree on. You mentioned the $17 million that we heard from the whistleblowers. James Comer is talking about $20 million from other countries, in addition to China, Kazakhstan, Ukraine, Russia. So, I mean, we don't even know how much money overall this family has taken in. Do you expect that subpoena to go out for the Biden family early in the new session in September, October? When are we actually going to get an answer from the Biden family about all of this?
In fact, there's 13 people that myself, Jim Jordan, Jamie Comer have requested. We requested in June to come before our committees to answer questions in the Justice Department and the IRS and the Secret Service. We need those individuals to answer questions first, and then watch where the facts lead us. But let me tell you, the facts continue to lead us to President Biden and the Biden family business, which is really disturbing, and it shows that our president, under most circumstances and most thought, would definitely people believe that he is compromised because of his relationship with his son and his son's relationship with foreign governments like China, Russia, Ukraine. It's quite disturbing.
Another big priority when the House returns next month will be preventing the government from running out of money at the end of September and avoiding a government shutdown. You've got the president asking to spend more money right now. The White House is asking Congress for $40 billion in supplemental funding for the start of the coming fiscal year. They want an additional $24 billion in aid to Ukraine. They want $12 billion additional in disaster relief. And then they want $4 billion for the border crisis and combating fentanyl. We don't know if that $4 billion is going to be used to house the migrants or if it's actually going to be useful in stopping all of the people coming into the border, into Texas. What are your thoughts on all of this spending that the administration wants to do?
Maria, this administration just wants to continue to spend, spend, spend. You would think that they would learn from their mistakes over their first 2 years. They spent more than $10 trillion of new money, which has led to the spike in prices of 16.9% since Joe Biden's taken the oath of office. That has cost every American roughly $10,000 out of their household income, meaning that they pay more to put food on their table, clothes on their backs, or gasoline in their cars. And this is all the direct result of wasteful spending. And what does this administration ask for? Continuous spending. Just this week alone, Maria, inflation started to tick up for the first time since June of last year. So we clearly are not out of this inflation crisis, and we definitely don't need to continue to just add more spending and more spending by this administration.
Do you expect the government to run out of money and have a shutdown?
I don't expect the government to shut down at all. I don't think that the White House wants that. I don't believe the Senate wants that. But I can tell you the House Republicans and the House of Representatives does not want to continue a blank check spending approach that this White House has.
So real quick before you go, the priority when you come back in a couple of weeks in September will be government shutdown and ensuring that that doesn't happen. And number two, a potential impeachment inquiry. I know you were debating it among members about whether to go to the inquiry route. Is that happening?
You know, we've said all along that we're going to follow the facts, and Speaker McCarthy is the one who has highlighted this. I'm telling you, where the facts are leading, I don't see how we don't go into an impeachment inquiry, because it is unconscionable of what we're uncovering, both in the Ways and Means Committee, the Judiciary Committee, and the Oversight Committee. Something is not right. It smells very bad, and the Justice Department needs to be investigated, and it's Biden's Justice Department. That's who controls it. He's protecting his son, and he's targeting his main political opponent, which is President Trump.
Mr. Chairman, always a pleasure. Thank you, sir.